What do I want to talk about? You guys are on here. I got about 7 of you on here. And I know that the title of this thing is Why Are Cars Perceived as Mechanically Terrible in Car Groups and Forums? And to this end, I want to address this issue because I know it's been popping up. All the time we get into the group, and we get people that jump into the group and they start reading the forums, they start researching the vehicle, or they go in and then they start going, oh my gosh, my car's going to blow up. The water pumps are failing right and left. The transmissions are falling out. The headlights are stopped working. All this stuff's, oh, it's horrible, it's terrible. And in reality, you know, I still believe this, and my poll isn't really backing me up on it. I did a poll. But in reality, a lot of people jump into groups, and a lot of them jump in to say, hey, I got one, I want to learn everything about it. But then there's a fair number that jump into the group because their water pump failed, or because of some other failure, and, you know, was it maintenance related, or the water pump, or is every Ford Edge, you know, 3.5 and 3.7 Duratec, is the water pump a ticking time bomb? It's just going to explode, and all of a sudden my engine's bad and it's going to die. Now, if you're that person that has that water pump do that, I'm going to tell you, it will suck. If you're unprepared for it, it will suck. Because, you know, I tend to believe these major bills are another problem because, you know, like anybody else, you live paycheck to paycheck, and then you're making the car payments, but a $1,600, $1,800, or $2,000 repair bill is definitely something that ain't in the budget. So it's a catastrophe. It really, truly is. But overall, the percentage of failures is not nearly as high as you would see them in the group. And that's my whole point. What you see in the group is generally because people will join the group because they have a problem. And then all of a sudden the problem here, we see this time and time again. You know, and there's nothing wrong with it. Hey, they don't know, they ask, they research. They say, I'm going to jump in this group and find out what the information is. I have done it myself. Hey, I got this problem. Let me join this group and see what they got to say about it. That's fine. The problem is that is what a lot of people see then. Oh my gosh, you know, the water pump's dying. We're going to have a problem. But what they don't realize is there's a ton of other people that don't have a water pump problem, that aren't saying anything. Okay? And thus, that silent majority is now the minority because the 1 or 2 or 3 people that have the problem are now the majority because they're the most vociferous in stating they have a problem, which, you know, stands to reason for a lot of things I see in life. Just because you're louder doesn't mean it's better or worse or anything else. But yeah, we see that a lot. So don't start to think that the Edge is a terrible vehicle. It has problems. I'll admit it. I love it yet, but I'll admit it's got some weaknesses. But we all know that when we're peering over the fence and looking at the other side of the pasture, is that grass really greener? Or have you not checked with the other ones yet? That's my whole point. Have you looked across the fence, jumped over, checked it out, and then come back and decide, well, gosh, you know, is it better? And a lot of people don't. They may jump over to a Dodge, a Chevy, a Volkswagen, whatever it is they jump to, saying the Edge left a bad taste in their mouth. Well, you know, that's their opinion. And I can tell you, having been an owner of Plymouth, Dodge, Chrysler, Suzuki, Chevy, GMC, and many, many others, Hondas, they're all the same, folks. They all break. They all do. So I have not run across any vehicle I have ever owned that I didn't need to repair. The Suzuki had to repair a water pump. GMC's had to replace door regulators, door handles, you know, work on the engines, camshaft sensors. It just goes on. Variable valve timing solenoids, it on and on and on. Coils going bad, misfires, you know, everything. Transmissions not working, rebuilding transmissions. By the way, Chrysler was the most horrible ones I ever had, but I went through 2 transmissions on it. I got out of Chrysler. It wasn't worth it. But that was back in the 80s, 70s, yeah. And it wasn't a good day. But either way, got out of it. I don't see them getting any better. But yeah, the thing is, just take it with a grain of salt in a lot of ways, folks. It's just because you see a lot of repairs going on doesn't mean the vehicle's bad. And keep in mind that if you're looking at a 2007, 2008, you're looking at 11 and 12-year-old vehicles right now. Okay? How many 11, 12-year-old vehicles are going to need repairs? You know? And maintenance cycles that go with it. Okay? So, you know, as you go, you're going to find out that, yes, you have to maintain and repair the vehicle. That means you got to put work into it. How you doing, Mike? Okay, that's all I had to really say about all that. Just keep in mind, yeah, you got to watch what you're doing. Take in what the people are saying, but look at the overall picture. You know, is the vehicle that bad? And this goes for any vehicle, any form, any group that you're going to run across, folks. It just really does. So just keep that in mind. And also remember, subscribe, like MACT Ford Edge, and all that other good stuff that we're doing. Band of One's got some great music, and also my feet hit the floor today, so I'm having a great day. And I want you to have a great day. Mercy Girl's going to have a couple one-liners after this section.
Thank you for watching MACT's videos, and remember to like and subscribe. This is a Mercy Girl production.